G'day guys, how's it going? It is Jared HD here. Welcome to the third episode in season number 3 of the FIFA 17 Chelsea Career Mode series. Just a quick heads up, make sure that you go and check out the second episode, yesterday's episode. It didn't post the sub boxes correctly, which is a little bit disappointing, so make sure that you go and check it out if you didn't see it. Anyways, fellas, in today's episode, we will be concluding the transfer window, and I can tell you, we have one more signing at least coming into the club. We also have a Premier League game against QPR coming up, and our first EFL clash for the final season against Middlesbrough. So I'm pretty excited to show you guys today's episode. It should be a good one, but if you do want to enjoy today's episode, make sure that you leave a like on the video. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. But before we can get into the gameplay, we have to answer your press conference questions, so let's do that now. As per normal, if you want to have a chance of getting your question answered in the next episode, make sure that you leave a comment down below for me to answer. Jamie Moore says, Jared HD, I think you should sign Alaba because you can't win the league without a world-class defense. What are you talking about, Jamie? Our defense is gun. Our strongest possible defense is Azpilicueta, Bonucci, Laporte, and Aurier. The lowest rated player there is Azpilicueta, who is 84 rated. That is a pretty good defense. Left back wise, we are so stacked with quality players. All three of the players that we have get the job done quite nicely. Azpilicueta, Barba, and Marcos Alonso, all killing it for us. So I'm going to disregard your comment. I appreciate it, but I am not going to be going in for Alaba or a brand new left back. Mudkupmon, oh god, here we go again. Marcus Jackson has publicly signed a petition to build a KFC restaurant opposite the Chelsea training ground. What are your thoughts on this convenient KFC building? It might affect our performances on the field, but all I can say is yes, yes, yes. Frank Foreman says, Andre Gomez says he's angry with you selling him. He says he's going to smash you in the Champions League. What are your thoughts on this? I think Andre is just a little bit salty that it didn't work out. I left on good terms. I didn't disrespect him at all, gave him plenty of opportunities. He was piss poor, and now he seems to have taken his terrible attitude over to Real Madrid with him, and it looks like he's going to carry that out on the pitch. So I'm sure I will have the last laugh when we knock out Real Madrid, hopefully in the Champions League, if we get to verse them. But Andre Gomez, quit being a little bitch. I'm not a very professional manager, am I? And the final question in today's press conference comes from Sean Johnson, who says, rumour has it Eden Hazard says that he is very unhappy that he is on the bench replaced by Musonda so much. What do you have to say about this? I'm the type of manager that likes to go with players that have been in form a lot, and Musonda, he's been in form. Hazard's been in half decent form, Musonda in better form though, but I always seem to play Hazard in the big games, and I'm hoping that he can pick up his form in this season, but it's up to him to prove why he deserves to start more games over Charlie Musonda. It's as simple as that. That applies to every single player in the squad. If they're in poor form, if they're going crap, I'm going to consider replacing them. It's as simple as that. No different for any of the other players. So lads, that is where we will conclude today's press conference. Thank you once again for the fantastic questions. But now, let's get into the gameplay and let's try making a brand new right back signing. So we will kick things off here with a little bit of training. So we have Baker, Tomori, Christensen, and of course Marcus Jackson being trained. Nothing changing with Marcus Jackson. I plan on training him 2 times every session this season, seeing how high we can get him. He goes up in a few stats and so do a few players, but nothing great overall. So Atletico Madrid want £21 million for DeMarcos, but in all honesty, I don't think I'm going to go in for him. I'm kind of leaning towards going for a high 70s rated right back as a backup. Someone like DeAndre Yedlin. It's so much cheaper and it makes sense. So Newcastle United accept $7 million for the American right back, which I am stoked about. He is 76 overall. He wants 70,000 a week, which I am fine with, so we'll offer him that 3 years and a squad rotation role. So a lot more of the transfer offers have come back. Benfica want 27 million for Semedo, which is too much. 13 million for Svensson from Rosenborg, which I am happy to continue negotiating about. I'm going to say 10.5, meet them somewhere in the middle. Barcelona want 9 million for Alex Vidal. I'm just going to bite the bullet and say 9 million for the right back. Wolfsburg accept 16 million for Sebastian Jung. Don't know if I'm going to go in for him at the end because he's worth a lot more than the other people. We're paying a lot more for him. So I'll say 80,000, 2 years squad rotation player. Torino accept 20 million for Bruno Perez. Once again, I think I've paid too much and I don't think I'm going to go in for him when it gets down to the crunch. Although he is very, very highly rated and he looks like a decent player, I just think that that is money wasted. So I'll say squad rotation, but I honestly expect him to decline the contract. Roma want 21.5 million on top of freaking Boga. I'm not going to go ahead with that. Once again, too high, too much money being spent, and it's just unnecessary. Leverkusen wants 17 million for Jedvaj. I'm going to bump it up slightly. 13 million is probably the highest I'm going to go for the Croatian. So Montpellier aren't going to go ahead and pay the extra money for Solanke, which I'm more than happy about. And DeAndre Yedlin accepts the contract offer. So we will wait and see what some of the other right backs we are going in for say, and then we will make our final decision. Okay, so I see a lot of contract and transfer offers being accepted. Leverkusen wants 17 million for Jedvaj. I'm going to decline that. And now we'll go in here and put in some contract offers. 10.5 million for Jonas Svensson. He wants 15,000, which is very, very cheap compared to a lot of the other players we are going in for. So we will put in squad rotation player. Barcelona accept 9 million for Alex Vidal. He wants a lot more money than Svensson does. 2 years, 110,000 squad rotation player again. And then Sebastian Jung and Bruno Perez accept the contracts. I'm surprised Perez accepted a squad rotation player role considering he's a starter at Torino, but we will wait and see what a few of the other players say. Some expensive options and some cheap options. So both Jonas Svensson and Alex Vidal both accept their contract offers. Who do we sign? We've got 5 right backs that we could potentially sign. Going through all of them now, there are some cheap options, there's some expensive options. I'm leaning more towards a cheap option mainly because it feels like throwing money down the drain, spending 20 million on a rotational right back. So in fact, I am going to decline Bruno Perez and also Sebastian Jung. If I was going for a main role, these guys would be fantastic to have in the squad, but I honestly can't justify spending that much money on a rotational right back. So Alex Vidal, Jonas Svensson, and DeAndre Yedlin. Yedlin seems to be the cheapest transfer offer. Jonas Svensson the cheapest in the wages. I'm going to reject Alex Vidal. I feel like I've signed too many Spanish players. Jonas Svensson or DeAndre Yedlin. Both signings that are a little bit out of right field. I honestly can't make up my mind. So I have left it to you guys on Twitter. I have created a 5-minute Twitter poll, seeing what you guys say. And this is a good moment to let you guys know that you should be following me on Twitter. It will be linked in the description as per normal. Go and type in @JaredHD if you already are on Twitter. I do these Twitter polls to make decisions if it's not in the last few minutes of the episode. So definitely go and follow me on Twitter to keep up to date and be able to vote in these polls. Alright lads, so the poll has ended and the large majority of people voting did vote for DeAndre Yedlin. So I'm going with what the people have voted. We are signing DeAndre Yedlin. Welcome to Chelsea Football Club, the American right back, DeAndre Yedlin.
I feel it's deep inside. The others don't matter. It's honestly us against the world. We're the perfect team. You're my dream, and I just want it. I just see myself. I just see myself. I just see myself. Myself. I just see myself. I just see myself. I just see myself.
think Jonas Svensson would have been a pretty unique signing, and I'm kind of wishing you guys voted for him, but you know what, Yedlin's still going to be a great signing. I might go in for Svensson in another career mode series in the future. So right now on the screen, you will see the money we have to play with right now, and honestly, I don't know what signings we need to make for the remainder of the transfer window. What I'm thinking is either saving this money for the January transfer window and then playing around with the squad even further then to see how we've performed so far, or save it now and see if a big offer comes in and then maybe shake up the squad a little bit more. We'll just have to play it by ear really. And also I thought I would show you guys some of our board expectations. I didn't show it to you at the start of the season. So youth development wise, I'm not too worried about youth development. Brand exposure, we've already gained £170 million worth of earnings from shirt sales, which is freaking crazy. And we are 90% of the way through in the media earnings section, which is pretty damn good. Continental success wise, all we need to do is win the Champions Cup. We need to do it this season, and that is a big personal goal of mine. Domestically, win the Premier League title for the 3rd year straight and win the FA Cup. Both of those on the agenda, and no financial objectives, which is pretty good to see. So a pretty unique matchup to kick off today's episode. The first time in the Chelsea Career Mode series that we are taking on fellow London rivals, Queen's Park Rangers. Very good to see Loftus Road in the game as well. Of course, they were in the Premier League, I think, for FIFA 14 or 15, so that's when they started doing the Premier League stadiums, and it's carried over. So here is the QPR starting 11. Let's see who they have. They got Steven Corker still. Who else do they have? I honestly don't recognize any of their players. I recognize Noah on the bench, or how you pronounce it, and Massimo Luongo, the Australian midfielder. He did score that amazing goal in the Asian Cup. If you do follow the Socceroos, you'll know the goal I'm talking about. And then here is our starting 11 for today's game, and it's a little bit more rotational, a little bit weaker compared to the one that we rocked against Newcastle last episode. A few players making their season debuts and club debut for DeAndre Yedlin. So we're 27 yards out here. Eden Hazard, can he get on the scorer sheet? He's going to hit that one, just too much on it. Cherry on the attack. What is our defense doing? They've taken the lead. I honestly don't know what David Luiz was doing. I was controlling him, but I don't have words to explain what just happened. I've never felt that happen before with my defenders on FIFA. I didn't tell him to run forward like that. I was trying to jockey, and he just decided to go with a mind of his own. I am disappointed about that. Credit to QPR, credit to the striker. They took the most of the opportunity. But look at this. I was running with David Luiz, and he just ran around him for some reason. That was really odd. Here we go. Michi going to Nainggolan. We're holding it up. Passing it there. Batshuayi going to Griezmann. I see Nainggolan over the top. Can we get a quick response? Yes, we do. Raja Nainggolan opening up his scoring tally for the season. And we did that last episode against Newcastle. We conceded a goal and we hit straight back. And we do that here in this game. Lovely stuff from Nainggolan. We got very lucky with the QPR defender not clearing the over-the-top through ball, but that's the luck you need sometimes. DeAndre Yedlin goes to Gareth Bale, former Spurs teammates there. Now it's Kante going to Michi, going there, Hazard to Nainggolan, holding it up, going through to Hazard. Can we take the lead? That is a poor strike, but Batshuayi with the follow-up, and it's saved again. That is a class save. Here we go, Kante. Nice position we're in. We're going to go back to Nainggolan, the scorer, going through to Michi, cutting around. That is a lovely move, and he finishes it. What a freaking goal from Michi Batshuayi to give us the lead here. That was honestly such a sexy goal. What a goal from Batshuayi. Look on the replay here. It was some nice passing between the two Belgians, but that move there, he absolutely destroyed the defender. And that is a class finish. Here we go, Griezmann. He's going to turn and run, passing that one to Nainggolan. I see Eden Hazard. He's come close a few times today. Can he get his name on the scorer sheet? He's going to go back to Batshuayi. Not the greatest of passing. Azpilicueta in. Griezmann with the header. Griezmann scores the goal. That's his first goal for the season, and we are running riot here against QPR. What a fantastic goal. Great assist from Azpilicueta, and a very nice effort there from Griezmann to win the header. Let's take a look at this on the replay. That was a class cross and a class header there from Griezmann. And honestly, we are feeling like an absolute beast team. So it's a corner here for QPR. It's Cherry to whip this one in. The man that scored the goal earlier in the game. Goes in there, falls to them. Get rid of it. Good stuff from Bale. A little bit risky. It could have been intercepted there. But now we're on the counter-attack. Griezmann's got the legs here. Up against Robinson, who's catching up, but he outpaces him. Go on, Griezmann. Is he going to square it? He does. Nangolan, back to Griezmann. Finesses. What a goal! Are you kidding me? That is 4-0. 4-1, I should say. I thought we stuffed it up big time. I actually meant to press B when I went to Nangolan. Instead, I pressed A, and it worked out for the best because Griezmann has just slotted that one home. See, look at that. I meant to shoot there, but instead I passed it. But luckily, Griezmann finessed the crap out of that one. Here we go. We're on the attack again. Nangolan going through to Griezmann. Nangolan's had a fantastic game, you got to admit. He goes through. Can he get a goal? Nangolan, he picks up his second goal. We are 5-1 up here against Queen's Park Rangers. We are absolutely murdering them. This is a dead set murder. Someone arrest me for homicide. Far out, lads. Nangolan and Griezmann having blinders, and QPR, I don't know any of their players, and they're a Premier League side. We're proving that they just don't have the squad to cut it here. QPR attacking. They're looking a little bit dangerous here. Perch on the ball. Looking to pick up a consolation goal for them. Help their goal difference a little bit. Goes in there. Cousins. He takes the strike. It's a great save from De Gea. Some sloppy defending though. QPR win it back. Massimo Luongo. The Australian shoots and he almost puts it in the back of the net. There it is, fellas. That is full time. And I am extremely satisfied with that result. Not just because it was a 5-1 demolition job, but because we put the team away. So many times last season, we were playing teams like QPR. And we had opportunities like we did, but we ended up only winning 1-0 or maybe getting a draw. But this time, we have put them away 5-1, and that just shows how far our squad has come, so I'm very pleased. So we jump straight into the second game of today's episode, which was about 3 days after that Premier League demolition job of Queen's Park Rangers. And now we switch to the EFL Cup, travelling once again, this time a bit further than Loftus Road, but we're travelling to the Riverside Stadium, taking on Middlesbrough. So here is the Middlesbrough starting 11. Ben Gibson is their centre-back and captain. They got Fabio in there, Clayton also I saw, Jordan Rhodes up front, Victor Fisher, Gaston Ramirez. They've bought decently this side. And then here is our side for this EFL clash, and it's a little bit more rotational. We've got a little bit of fixture congestion coming up in September, so some big name players in there because I'm taking the EFL Cup seriously this year, but still giving some youngsters opportunity. Great stuff from Fabregas, and now we get an opportunity because of it. We go through there to Fabregas, who's going to go out wide to Tony Kroos, looking for his first goal in Chelsea colours. Goes to Bertrand Traoré, who cuts through, saved. That is a fantastic save. Oh, thanks for turning that one over to us, Jordan Rhodes. Now we hit them on the attack. Baba going through, Chiro Immobile finessing that one. Another great save from the keeper. So we have the corner here. Tony Kroos looking to get on the assist sheet. Goes in there. Bertrand Traoré, another save from the bloody keeper. Here we go, lads. Willian. Going through there to Tony Kroos. Early pass. Immobile. Traoré. He can score it. Yes, he does. We have been dominating Middlesbrough, and we get a reward for it. Getting the 1-0 lead here away. Shushing the home supporters, which is a little bit dickheadish, but you know what? We'll take it. We deserve it. 1-0 up. Tony Kroos running up the guts here on the counter-attack. We're going out wide there. Traoré holding it up. Going through. Lovely stuff. Through to Charlie Musonda. I'm waiting for Fabregas. We're going to go there. Fabregas. Oh, it's a good tackle. Immobile. Poor positioning. Traoré shoots. He scores, but he's offside. Even though it's offside, you got to credit him. That was a remarkable finish. So we're looking for a second goal here. We're going to throw it nice and short there to Willian. I see Baker. We're just trying to get an opportunity here. Pedro, fresh off the bench. Going through, they're actually meant to go to Barber. He's onside. Go on. Barber saved. It came around full circle, but Almost scored it. Can we get a second goal in the final stages of this game? Pedro just running through. He's going to put that one in the middle. Not the player I was looking for, but we tap it on nicely. Can Musonda get there? No, he can't. Alright, or yeah. Can we get a second goal here? We deserve a second goal. Musonda. He's cutting around. I've got him playing centre attacking midfield. We're going there. Back to Musonda. I'm just going to have a long shot with Musonda, but just not enough venom to it. And lads, it is only a 1-0 victory, but it does not matter. It gets us through to the next stage of the EFL Cup, defeating a difficult opponent in Middlesbrough. I'm happy with the win, but I would have been even more happier if we would have put them away earlier. So here we go, fellas. We are on transfer deadline day. As I said earlier, I can't really think of any more business that needs to be done. But taking a look here, you will see we've had Cruz, Bale, and Yedlin come in. Van Ginkel, De Silva, Collins, and Gomez all leaving. So good transfer window in my opinion. We're definitely upgraded in every single transfer window. So let's see what happens on deadline day. It can be a crazy day, or it could just be very, very tame. So I did accidentally delete the email, but Tomore came to us and said he wanted a new contract. He wanted a little bit more money, which I'm happy to do. And I forgot to do it earlier, and he's actually on the transfer list at the moment, but we'll sort all that out now, offer him a little bit more money. It's not like we're very strapped for cash at the moment, so we'll say 2 years, £9,000, sporadic first team player. I would take care of the players that have less than a year on their contract, and there's a lot of them that are also key players, but the thing is, it's our final season, so I don't see the point in wasting money unnecessarily on these players. Deadline day signing, Real Madrid sign Alexis Sanchez for 57 million. I wonder how the Barcelona fans feel at the moment. Also taking a look in the bottom right corner, Manchester United signed Harry Kane from Tottenham for 68 million. So with about 3 hours remaining, nothing really happening for us. I'm not too worried about that. We have done all the business we need to, and it looks like the transfer window is going to end about here for us. So that is where the transfer window is going to end for us. Good news, however, we have won the Manager of the Month award, which I'm pretty happy about. Maybe I'll get my own special card on FIFA. But fellas, the conclusion of the transfer window is also going to signal the conclusion of today's episode. I think it has been a very successful transfer window for us. I'm very satisfied with the signings that we have made. We didn't need to make too many of them, but I feel like the ones we have made can help carry us through this third season. And we have a little bit of money in our back pockets, so we will reevaluate things in January, see if we need to improve or see if we are good, and we'll go accordingly. But anyways, fellas, if you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave a like on the video. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Make sure that you check out my social media links, my Twitter, my Instagram, and my Snapchat. All three of those linked down below as per normal. But most importantly, fellas, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.